Alright, this is it now, gentle people. The final episode of DVD! Dragon Ball Daima. And it's been quite a run to say the least. This episode, quite literally titled Maximum, or I guess depending on the translations, I'm hoping is genuinely maximum. I mean, I think like most of you out there, my only complaint before even getting into the episode is the episode length. I was kind of theorizing or hoping that this episode was similar to episode 1, would have been, 30 plus minutes, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm really wondering how everything is going to be resolved with this one episode, and hopefully not be rushed. I mean, Super Saiyan 4, it tying into Dragon Ball Super, or anything else that could tie into Dragon Ball Super. Everybody getting back to the regular world. I mean, will the memory wipe theories come true? Lots of things. So that's the only thing. But anyway, the only thing I'll say is that Daima has been an interesting experience, to say the least. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely had its issues. But, come on, funny enough, you'll be seeing this video after the stream that I'll be having for February, my end of month subscriber stream. But yeah, you guys can come out and talk with me for it. Well, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of saying it in this video, right? But the point is, yeah, I guess I'll give my quote-unquote final thoughts after this, the reaction segment. But anyway, no matter how it ends, Daima was awesome. Love it. But anyway, let's just get into it. So, let's see. Alright. So, great choice in terms of skipping the opening. Maximum. Alright, Sheeta and the boys. Let's go! Yo! Alright, that was clean. Yo! Some of these in-between shots so far of Super Saiyan 4 Goku look like much better than the ending of last episode. Not that the ending of last episode was bad, but yeah. Bro! Can feel the impact of every blow, dog. It's crazy. Be serious. Manga theme stuff. Yeah. Wants a monkey hug. Gomah wishes he was Sasuke apparently. Stop it. I wonder if this third eye has like a limit though. Man, don't let them break into the same dimension. Gogeta and Broly broke into. Raffle Stopple combo. Yeah. Super Monkey Dragon Throw. Wombo combo. Yeah. I'm pulling a Broly, dragging the mud face through. The power's mine, bitches! At least he didn't pull the cliche and just wait till he powered up. Yo! This man is fabulous! Will it turn red? You know, now would be a great time for Piccolo to actually just jump in and do the plan. Primal blazing Kamehameha, nigga. Dramatic finish! Bro. This is beautiful. That like about 40,000 damage in sparking 0. Yo. Oh, that close up is clean. That Kamehameha was truly maximum. The time he said it's over, you could have just hit him the third time, dog. Come on. Man's a force field, dog. This might as well just be the Hogyoku from Bleach, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Really? Toriyama, if nothing else, has had to be the one to put that in. To be honest, just smack him with a book over the head. That's probably might be a meta question with us, the audience, asking asking the same thing. Yo. Can we get some explanation for the Super Saiyan 4 now, please? It looks like the Mafuba, to be honest. Yo, I really hope we get more of a Rinsu. Well, I mean, it was a joint effort. Really, dog. Oh, wow. Yo, Cool just making everybody ministers, dog. It's crazy. Nah. I got a yard, brother. Yeah, Hybeast need to be a minister, to be honest. Seems kind of contradictory there, but you know, it's right in line with the comedic aspect of it. Of course, when you can pull this. Oh, they will actually name drop it.
あの後特訓したんだ。うまくいくかどうか自信なかったけどな。まるでスーパーサイヤ人。
Wala. I'm a fan. They might really bring back the Super Saiyan bargain sale. Yo. Oh god.
まるでスーパーサイヤ人のバーゲンセールだな。おめえだって3になったくせに。黙れ。あの変身はそのウルトラベジータ1。
Ultra Vegeta 1.
ありがとうございました。もしやばいことになったらまた助けてくれよ。あ、任せとけ。
Alright, initial thoughts. Awesome episode. Awesome episode. Of course, I'm waiting for, you know, everything to, the credits to finish rolling to give my more in-depth review and overall thoughts. But, awesome episode. And it didn't really feel rushed funny enough. Everybody's back to normal. I guess the part that sucks is that we didn't get to see Gohan, bro. A 100 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! And sparking zero! Man, them probably can't get any DLC updates though. She's like, wait, what? When did he get so tall, dog? Like the man must set up everything to justify why Bulma uses the Dragon Balls to make herself younger later on. Oh wow, she just has them in the store. Wow. Yes. Alright, so that was the final episode of Dragon Ball Daima, honestly, and I have my complaints, I have my issues. I'm not going to pretend and sugarcoat it, but for an ending where my main concern was like primarily the pacing, like it ended up flowing pretty well, very smoothly. I mean, it still would have benefited from some extra time to elaborate on some of the finer details, but at the same time, it was great. The fight between Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Supreme King, or Giant Gomah, that was really good. The Sheeta cuts at the start, like, it was a perfect thing to kind of rev up the hype for the start of the episode, and the decision to skip the opening, not include it, made perfect sense given the runtime. So yeah, awesome choreography, love the fight. It was well animated, visually appealing. I don't really have any complaints. And yo, that final primal blazing Kamehameha, yo, that's what I'm calling it, the primal blazing Kamehameha. That was beautiful, just blasting through Gomah, blasting through all the demon worlds. Beautiful, dog. Honestly, it really made Super Saiyan 4 just feel powerful. And of course, even with the fight between Goku and Gomah, like every hit, you can just feel the impact. It wasn't like the cliche, you know, Dragon Ball's gotten used to. You're used to that. It felt like every hit had weight and impact, substance, you know? It wasn't just flair. So I definitely love that aspect of it. And at the same time, it wasn't just up to Goku. Goku had his time to shine, but it was still a team effort at the end of the day. So I do love that, you know, Piccolo, everybody else jumped in after Gomah recovered from the, you know, the Kamehameha, the primal blazing Kamehameha. So that was good. Of course, it was so stupid to me that Piccolo decided to hit twice and then talk before hitting the third time. Like, come on, dog, really? But I guess it all worked out because the comedic aspect of, you know, hitting this man over the head with a book. After Arinsu said there might be some hints in the book, just to kind of hit him with it, it just seemed like super comedic to me, honestly speaking. And for Majin Ku to be the one, the self-proclaimed, yo, I'm weak, you know, for lack of a better term, for him to be the one to get the last hits, I think it was truly in the spirit of Dragon Ball, honestly. And you know, the funny thing about this, before I even dissect the episode even more, is the fact that tomorrow makes 1 year since Akira Toriyama died, and for this anime to end the day before the anniversary of his death, it's interesting timing, honestly speaking. Like, very coincidental, or just, you know? Because I'm sure persons are going to be posting and doing videos outside of Daima on Akira Toriyama tomorrow to celebrate celebrate with the right word, but, you know, at least remembering the legacy, you know, for tomorrow. So for this anime to just end 1 day short of that anniversary, or even thinking about it, if we are doing the time zone thing, Japan should already be on March 1st. Well, at least as of this recording. So it's really kind of ties things together if you want to get sentimental about this being Toriyama's final goodbye, you know? And with that in mind, I think even that comedic aspect of Ku just being the one to finish it by hitting Gomah with a book over the head, I think that really ties into the whole spirit of Dragon Ball. And I know that seems like a reach, but the thing is, and this is something we've been discussing ever since Dragon Ball Daima started, where a lot of Dragon Ball fans might not like it because a lot of persons got into Dragon Ball for different reasons. And Daima kinda, even though it does pull from almost every era of the Dragon Ball franchise over these last 40 years, for the most part, it does embody more so the spirit, the original spirit and intent I feel Toriyama had when he started Dragon Ball. And I don't think a lot of Western fans who are more used to the escalating epic next time type of vibe of, you know, Dragon Ball Z, I don't think those type of fans overall generally might enjoy Daima, or were enjoying Daima. That was like a discussion, a talking point, you know. So that's the thing. So all in all, I think with it ending on this more comedic aspect in terms of defeating the villain, it's kind of like the first arc of Dragon Ball where beating the villain, you know, Emperor Pilaf in that instance was, oh, let's wish for panties. You know, it's just stupid. So yeah, I think thematically or in the spirit of the franchise, it was good. Because it definitely balanced with the epic fight at the beginning. So can't complain about that. What else can I say? So yeah, we have Gomah defeated. All in all, Goku's back and everybody's celebrating. And of course, we gotta decide what to do with Gomah. So Gomah's sealed for the next 99 years in comedic fashion as well, playing games for the next 99 years. Goku does depower back down to BS, and we also have Arinsu turning down the offer to become the next Supreme Demon King. And of course, she does make the excuse about the Dragon Balls, but they kind of are making fun or kind of elaborating on the nuance of her character, where she does want this whole chaotic demon world, but she's not all that bad. And Ku becoming the new Supreme Demon King, I think it's funny. In the grand scheme of things, I think things are set for these characters to make a nice return in the future of the franchise, whatever it might be, at some point in the future. So I definitely like that. Now, I think some of the negatives. Super Saiyan 4. We don't get like a proper explanation of how it ties into Dragon Ball Super. As it stands right now, we can only make theoretical claims like, oh, maybe some of Neba's magic was still left in the system or whatever. The only explanation we quote unquote get is, oh, Goku, I've been training since Majin Buu because Buu was so powerful and everything. But obviously you didn't have this transformation before, so that doesn't properly explain it and tie it into Super from a continuity standpoint, you know. So there's that. And maybe at some point in the future, they could say, oh, I remember Super Saiyan 4. I don't know, I can't really do that. It was kind of because of Neva's magic. Kind of like at the end of the Tournament of Power when Vegeta was saying to Goku, like, why don't you transform into Ultra Instincts? Like, no, I can't really do that. Let's give like a lukewarm explanation like that. But even if they do that in the future, that doesn't make up for that missed opportunity in this episode, in this series to tight in continuity wise. So that was an issue, honestly. The Medibugs, I felt like that was a setup that didn't really, not the merge bugs and every other bug apart from, like, you know, the Medibugs that was used to, you know, restore them like senzu beans. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, like, what's the term, red herring, because it was when it fell out of Goku's pocket, or, you know, his clothes during the fight with Gomah before they got wished back to adulthood, they kind of made an intentional effort to say, yo, it's falling out of his pocket. So you would think that it would have come back into play, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So, like, I'm tempted to kind of just use that as a strike against the series. Like, yeah, why build up our hopes and expectations if you weren't going to use it, fam? I'm just saying. This is why I kind of wish the episode was longer, because at least maybe they could have given us an excuse to say, okay, let's make the Tertian Oculus transform Gomah into this new transformation, apart from just making him bigger, and we could have had the excuse for fusion or something, you know. But no, so I just found that weird, to be honest. So there's that. Now, again, continuity wise, there's no reference or mention of this in Dragon Ball Super Further Beyond, why, you know, Vegeta doesn't use Super Saiyan 3 in the future, Super Saiyan 4, etc, etc. So yeah, that's another issue. Of course, from a real world perspective, obviously, like, this wasn't like planned out long term when Dragon Ball Super started back in 2015. So from a real world perspective, that is the reason. Like, they didn't think about this, like, oh, we're doing Daima, let's put these things in. But of course, from a writing perspective, you could have, you know, done something to make sure it flows with continuity. I mean, I'm not mad they didn't do the, you know, memory wipe type of thing, but I needed something needed to happen to kind of tie this in. So for the most part, coming out of this episode, the major issue is just the continuity issue and just building up things with the merge bugs and all the other bugs, but not necessarily use them. Granted, thinking about it now, it's kind of 50-50, because towards the end, I guess you could give the more comedic answer that, okay, Bulma, we're giving more reasons for Bulma to use the Dragon Balls in the future, because they did go back to the story in the end there, as we saw. So so there's that, but it's still yeah. it's still like a heartbreak for me, you know. So that's the thing. The only other thing I would say, like, I did like the fact that the storekeeper had like Tertian Oculuses like selling. That is funny to me, to be honest. Like, it's like, oh, I have like 2 more, fam. Like, yes, to me. Oh god, that was funny. So yeah. So really and true, those were like my main issues when it comes on to this episode. But outside of that, overall, Dragon Ball Daima has been a fun watch and an awesome way to celebrate 40 years of Dragon Ball, to be honest. Toriyama's last gift, which, you know, sentimentally or coincidentally, however you want to slice it, ends the day or on the day or the anniversary of his death, which is, that's crazy coincidental, to be honest. Crazy enough. So, yeah. But overall, I thought it was a great series. It had its pacing issues, continuity issues, and, it could have stood to, make better use of certain narrative elements, like Glorio, I would say. It could have done more to expound on his backstory and like kind of scatter that throughout the story just to kind of help with the pacing issues. But outside of all of that, this story, I think, generally embodied the spirit of Dragon Ball. And even outside of all of that, the production value was really good. And I'm hoping going into the future of Dragon Ball, whatever it's going to be, because with this done, I mean, the manga, we don't know when we're getting another anime. The manga's on indefinite hiatus, so we're outside of Sparking Zero or game related content, we're in the Dragon Ball drought again. So, yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought it was awesome. Like, coming out of this overall, I feel much better versus coming out of Dragon Ball Super, which can be a topic or video by itself or a stream by itself. But all things considered, I think this flows a lot better, to be honest. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this episode, the ending of Dragon Ball Daima, and the entire series as a whole. I definitely will be rewatching this series in the English dub in my spare time because I definitely need to experience that too. But yeah, it was great, man. Honestly. But anyway, if there's anything I missed, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe. All my Daima videos are up for you guys to go back and see my thoughts coming up throughout. So yeah. Anyway, even though funny again, you'll be seeing this after the stream, but yeah, I'm gonna have to prep for the live stream for Dragon Ball Daima, my February end of month subscriber stream. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you, well, in the next Dragon Ball anything. See you. And of course, shout outs, the GOATs, Akira Toriyama. Yo, this last thing, man. Dragon Ball forever, man. I'm just saying.